The socio-economic impact of COVID-19 is going to be here with us long after the virus fades. Food insecurity, as well as the huge gap that exists between the rural and urban settings, are also issues that would form our discussion for today on the Young Leaders Spot. We'll also be talking about social vices among teenagers, and that's from our Teenz Time archives. Remember that we still have the educational content from Academics Today and English Sense, as well as global opportunities. And if you've not followed us on social media or subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so at Teenz Global at Ijoma TGF. Hello and welcome to the Teenz Global Show. I am Ijoma TGF, the exciting host for today. Okay, so let's go find out what Teenz Time archives have for us concerning social vices among teenagers.
Social vices are immoral, degrading, illegal, unhealthy, and even all sorts of negative acts that are perilous and can affect an individual and the society either emotionally, physically, mentally, and even socially.
Social vices. These are any immoral or legal activities which do not conform with the society's core values.
Social vices. These are immoral acts, criminal acts, bad behavior that affects an individual and the society.
Social vices are acts and conditions that violate the society norms and values.
Social vices are activities of the youth which are considered degrading to the society. These are also actions and acts of the public which are considered immoral, sinful, and are negative to the environment. Forms of social vices I know can be armed robbery and theft, prostitution, gambling, and cultism.
Fighting, drug abuse, stealing, and so on.
Cultism, corruption, exam malpractice,
Stealing, raping, drug abuse, prostitution, and so on.
Some teenagers get involved in social vices because they might not have a vision, they might not know what they want to do, they might be influenced by bad friends or anybody which will not direct them in the correct path.
Some teenagers get into social vice due to their peer pressure. They get pressurized by their friends. They want to belong. They just want to be there with their friends. They want to act as if they are among.
The teenagers get involved in social vices because of poverty and insecurity.
Some of them are insecure because of poverty and indiscipline from home.
It affects teenagers psychologically. For example, when a teenager tends to take hard drugs, it affects the emotional part of the teenager, it affects the teenager physically. And when a teenager tends to smoke, he or she, the lungs will be burned, which will lead to early death.
The effect of social vice on teenagers is that it takes away their good personality. If you're a person of good virtue, when you start acting in such immoral ways, it takes away your good name and gives you a bad image.
To affect their lifestyle, their character, their education, and their health.
It can affect a teenager very well because if he or she is being caught, he will go to jail, and that will deprive him of his fundamental rights, like right to education and liberty or freedom.
My advice for teenagers is that they should avoid bad companies because bad company corrupt good manners.
They should have the fear of God, because if they have the fear of God, they'll not be thinking about negative things that come to their way.
They should have the ability to say no. They shouldn't just follow whatever they see or whatever anyone tells them. They should know what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they should do it.
Assertiveness, the ability to say no. If a teenager is able to say no to bad things or negative things, he or she can detect the positive things in his life.
So my name is Sharon Ahimbi.
My name is Amy Benjamin.
My name is King David.
My name is Fatima Muralaki.
My name is Valerie Vishne and you're watching Teenz Global Show.
You're watching
Teenz Global Show.
Teenz
Global Show.
And you're watching
Teenz Global Show.
The Teenz Global Show.
The Teenz Global Show. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Don't touch that dial.
I'm watching you. Subscribe.
Don't touch the dial.
Thank you.
This is the English sense. Today we are looking at compound words. Now, compound word is formed when two words are combined to make a new word. For example, you might use in and side to create the compound word inside. The words carry and over can make the compound word carry over. There are different types of compound words: closed compound words, open compound words, and hyphenated compound words. Let's look at the first one: closed compound words. The closed compound words are formed when two fully independent, unique words are combined to create a new word. For example, combining basket and ball to create basketball. More examples are airplane, basketball, breakfast, grandmother, railroad, anybody, outside, everything, schoolhouse, grasshopper, sunflower, moonlight. Open compound words. The open compound words are formed when two words remain separate on the page but are used together to create a new idea with a specific meaning. For example, high and school are used to form the open compound word high school. Peanut butter, ice cream, real estate, living room, hot dog, post office. Hyphenated compound words. These words are formed when two separate words are joined together by a hyphen. For example, long and term forms long term. Twofold, check in, father-in-law, 72, long term, up to date, one half, over the counter. This is the much we'll take on English sense today. Our question for the week is: mention 3 examples of hyphenated compound words that you know. And you can send it to us using hashtag English sense at Teenz Global on our Instagram and YouTube channel. And remember to follow us on all social media handles at Teenz Global. For participation, sponsorship, and advert placement, reach out to us using the details on the screen.
So my name is Sharon Ahimbi.
My name is Amy Benjamin.
My name is King David.
My name is Fatima Imrolake.
My name is Valerie Vishne and you're watching Teenz Global Show.
You're watching
Teenz Global Show. Teenz Global Show.
and you're watching
Teenz Global Show.
The Teenz Global Show.
the Teenz Global Show. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching. Don't touch that dial.
I'm watching you. Subscribe.
Don't touch the dial.
This is Academics Today, and our topic is accidents and safety. Accidents are unexpected events that happen suddenly and associated with injury, loss, or harm. With appropriate safety awareness of one's actions and environment, many accidents can be avoided or prevented. Incidents is more general and accident is more specific. Incidents can refer to any event, big or small, good or bad, intentional or unintentional. An accident, on the other hand, is a bad event caused by error or by chance. They are always unintentional and they usually result in some damage or injury. Home accidents are unintentional accidents that happen at home. The most common accidents are cuts, falls, choking, burn, scald, and poisoning. Cuts. Cut is a skin wound with separation of the connective tissue elements. Many household accidents happen in the kitchen, with minor cuts being the most common. Fall. Falls are among the most common household accidents, especially for young children and the elderly. The presence of objects on the floor, lack of supervision, curiosity of children can cause falls at home. Choking. Accidental swallowing of foreign body, strangulation, covering of heads by blankets, accidental suffocation by the pillow while sleeping in a prone position near drowning can cause choking. Let's see burn and scald. The kitchen is the most obvious spot for accidental burns to occur. Touch on hot objects such as cooking utensils are harmful. Scald can be caused by hot water, while burn by fire. Poisoning. Accidental swallowing of drugs, detergents, insecticides, and harmful foods can cause food poisoning in the home. Let's see 15 safety tips at home. Keep floors free of toys and obstruction, and ensure close supervision on raised surfaces. Check constantly the floor surface for wear and tear and keep the floor dry. To avoid cuts, keep knives or sharp objects away from children and keep them stored securely in a knife box when not in use. Choose toys appropriate to the age of children. Avoid toys with detachable small parts. Ensure small objects, matches, and lighters are kept out of reach of children. Children should not talk while eating. Do not use pillow for baby under 1 year of age. Do not use large and heavy blankets. Don't let the blanket cover the face of children during sleep. Do not leave children alone in a bathtub or basin filled with water. Do not hold a hot food and a child at the same time. While cooking, pay extra attention to the stove, fire, and the cooking utensils. When running a bath for a child, always test water temperature. Install proper cover to electrical sockets. Children should not play with fire. Always store medicines or chemicals in their original containers with appropriate labels and away from children. Do not tell children drugs are sweet, as this may give a wrong idea to them. This is the much we can take on academics today. Our question of the week is: mention some safety tips you observe at home, and you can send that to us using #academicstoday at Teenz Global on Instagram and our YouTube channel. And you can also drop your comments. Remember to follow us on all social media pages at Teenz Global for participation, sponsorship, and advert placement. You can see the details on the screen and reach out to us. The Teenz Global Show continues. Hello and welcome to the Teenz Global Show.
It's exciting, educating, informative, entertaining. It's the Teenz Global Show.
Every citizen is supposed to understand the aspect of constitution so that you're able to know when your rights are being trampled upon.
Can practice the written constitution known as the Unit was written in 1999.
With a global focus on young people's development, showcasing Teens Time series, Young Leaders Spot, English Sense, Academics Today, Voters Box, and Global Opportunities.
Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world.
Most people are not informed. Through this program, information is...
Entrepreneur is someone who takes up challenge of owning a business in order to make profit.
They know you have this key, you have built up yourself to be an entrepreneur.
It's a must-watch for schools, homes, communities, companies, organizations, and all stakeholders. Follow us on social media at Teenz Global.
So how can we reduce social vices among teenagers in our society? Well, it's a collective responsibility for both you and I. While we ponder over this, let's move over to the Young Leaders Spot to find out from them practical ways we can manage the post-COVID impact on young people. Stay tuned.
My name is John Ifebulandu.
My name is Fatima Madaki.
COVID-19 came December 2019, and since then, the lives of every global citizen has not remained the same. For Nigerians especially, it has affected our economic survival, and it has affected how we run our daily activities. it has also challenged, our efforts in seeing to the end of poverty, maintaining a reliable cost of living, and contributing to economic and social development. So that's to say that COVID-19 transformed virtually everything about our lives, our family lives, our education lives, our business life, and our community engagement lifestyle.
The current pandemic has affected Nigeria greatly, with about 200 million people in the country. You can imagine the fear and anxiety that created in the initial stage early this year, where people didn't have enough information about how to prevent the disease, either contacting it or from spreading it, and how that also affected other spheres of life: business, social interaction, access to healthcare, education, because schools had to close. So it really set Nigeria off balance, if you tell me. But then it also makes us ask critical questions about the systems and structures that we have in the country. Did we need to wait for coronavirus for us to realize that our systems are shaky? What are our leaders doing?
Coronavirus is one thing, the effect of it is another. The effect of coronavirus includes hunger and food insecurity. And thank God for the present government that have been involved in, ending food insecurity in Nigeria. And now coronavirus is adding to that challenge. Today, we have learned new ways to plant our food. We have learned new ways to grow our crop. The National Agency on Biotechnology, something like that, they came up recently to say that they are discovering new ways they can merge, food and give us a more sustainable food. Even food that might be necessary to tackle COVID-19, like to say foods that have zinc in them, for instance. They are looking for ways, they have discovered ways now that they can further integrate this food into our food chain and make sure that we, eat well.
The impact on young people has been both negative and positive. For young people that already had businesses running and weren't prepared when the pandemic started, I think they witnessed a downslope in their businesses. But I think a lot of innovative solutions also came up, which is the positive side. When you look at the transport sector, for instance, it is very key to the Nigerian economy, and it contributes so much to Nigeria's GDP. Moving of persons, goods and services. Most times young people have businesses that they have to send either goods or services across the country. Transport systems were shut down for a while. That affected businesses, but innovation came up. In Abuja, we had the rise of bikes that were doing home delivery for people, so you didn't have to go out to buy your supplies. Individuals were out there who took good measures to ensure that they themselves were protected, and the goods and services that they were providing to their clients also.
This is to tell you that the global economies are getting ready to transit into a new era, and Nigeria needs to catch up. There's projection that by 2051 thereabout, that Nigeria might be the world leading economy in Africa, or perhaps the world over. So that's to tell you that there are opportunities hanging out there, even post-COVID-19, and we must do our best to prepare for it. The policies government are churning out post-COVID-19 are definitely targeted to maintaining a more sustainable lifestyle and economic growth for Nigeria and Nigerians in diaspora.
I think young people should look at the resilience that we have as a community. If you think that things are not going well for you, look around. You'd see that there are a lot of people that are not relying on the situation to just sit back and fold their arms. They are finding innovative ways to change their dynamics. So every young person should be motivated. Take this as a sign to invest. Invest in your education, invest in your self-development, invest in the quality of people that you keep around you, invest in the time you spend either on community development, whatever you do. Just be positive that we can regain back the glory that Nigeria used to have, and that the future is bright.
Alright, so welcome back. I hope you've learned so much from those conversations. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media at Teenz Global, and you'll get updated on our pages. Now, the Teenz Global Show is a program that's focused on young people's development, basically for teenagers and young adults. Now, we look at issues around life skills development, leadership, entrepreneurship, career, academic, personal, and professional growth. We also feature young leaders and their impact. We provide educational resource content. We talk about the voters' rights and responsibilities, as well as informing you about global opportunities. And talking about global opportunities, let's move over to find out the top global opportunities that we have for you for this week.
This is Global Opportunities. We're bringing you opportunities from all around the world. We're starting off with the Chevening Scholarship 2020-2021. Chevening is the UK's government international awards program aimed at developing global leaders through fully funded master's and PhD studies in the United Kingdom. The deadline for application is November 3, 2020, and the link is on the screen. Right next is apply for the PIN Digital Rights and Inclusion Learning Lab. It's a mid-career fellowship. Potential candidates should have minimum of 5 years experience as technology or social innovators, researchers, policy experts, or entrepreneurs. The deadline for application is November 30th. The deadline for application is October 30th, 2020. The link is on the screen. Right next is the Reimagine Charitable Giving Challenge with a fund of $10,000 to $100,000 that's seeking to fund applications on everyday givers of all races, genders, socioeconomic status, and perspectives who are key to supporting the essential work of non-profit organizations. The deadline for application is November 6, 2020, and the link is on the screen. Next is the Tropical Health and Education Trust Fund between $1,000 to $10,000. It's in response to the COVID-19 to support established health partnerships to address gaps in skills and knowledge to prevent and treat the COVID-19, promotes the safety and well-being of health workers. Deadline for application is November 15, 2020, and the link is on the screen. Finally, apply now to join the Atlantic Fellows for Social and Economic Equity Program, a fully funded scholarship that's based at the International Inequalities Institute at the London School of Economics and Political Science. It is one of 7 interconnected Atlantic Fellowships worldwide. The deadline for this application is January 31st, 2021. So apply with the links on the screen. And don't forget, you can reach out to us for guides or more details on this global opportunities. Remember to follow us on all social media handles at Teenz Global for participation, sponsorships, and advert placement, reach out to us with the details on your screen. This is the much we have on global opportunities. Hello and welcome to the Teenz Global Show.
It's exciting, educating, informative, entertaining. It's the Teenz Global Show.
Every citizen is supposed to understand the aspect of constitution so that you'll be able to know when your rights are being trampled upon.
Indian practice of written constitution known as the Unit was written in 1999.
With a global focus on young people's development, showcasing Teenz Time series, Young Leaders Spot, English Sense, Academics Today, Voters Box, and Global Opportunities.
Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world.
Most people are not informed. Through this program, information is...
Entrepreneur is someone who takes up challenge of owning a business in order to make profit.
They go. We have this key. We have built up themselves to be an entrepreneur.
It's a must-watch for schools, homes, communities, companies, organizations, and all stakeholders. Follow us on social media at Teenz Global.
Well, it's been a great show so far. Now remember that tough times do not define who we are, rather they refine who we become. Remember to follow us on our social media handles at Teenz Global to get more information on how to apply for those opportunities and other updates. We also want to feature your business, your school, your impact, your events, everything about you. So reach out to us for participation, adverts, and sponsorship. Well, this is all we have for this week. See you same time, same station next week. I am Ijoma TGF. Bye for now.